he was cleaning up the offensive glass, and he was huge for us tonight as far as just being big around the basket and protecting the paint. Third quarter, just come out, try to set the tone defensively. I thought we did a good job with that. And then, they went to the zone, and the zone was pretty effective tonight, but in the second half, but we was able to come away with the win.
Thanks, Kahari. We'll go to Andrew Greip.
Hey, Ty. With Zoo, to piggyback off that, I mean, he's obviously gone through an adjustment this year, going from role change. How have you seen him handle that? And did you like what you saw tonight in terms of just his raw production? Seems like it was his best, maybe most impactful performance of the year.
Yeah, I think mentally as a person, he was good with it. Just whatever it takes for the team to win. And I think he's struggled early on just because playing with new guys, different guys, and just having to try to find his way and find his niche in that second unit, was tough for him early on. But his attitude as far as just saying what we wanted to try and what we wanted to do, he was great with that. So he's still adjusting, and, we're trying to adjust to get him in with the starters a little bit more, as much as we can, and just try to make him feel more comfortable.
And then you've talked about the change in mindset you want to see in these second halves. The last 5 games, I think you've outscored teams 56 points in the last 5 third quarters. What have you seen from the change in mindset that has allowed that to happen?
I just think those guys are just doing a good job of coming out with a defensive mindset. I think in that third quarter, Nick had 4 steals maybe to spark our run. Pat had a big block. But just trying to get in our minds, just coming out in those third quarters and just, give everything we got the first 6 minutes defensively and try to break the game open.
Thanks, Andrew. We'll go over to Miriam.
Hey, Ty. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
So before the game, Luke Walton was kind of speaking real reverentially about this team and how talented it is. But I wonder for you guys, I mean, obviously everyone has known that about you guys, but is this team better this year at sort of handling having that bullseye and having that, sort of respect that other teams are giving you, or the best shot that they're giving you?
I'm not sure, but I just know every night, we're going to get everyone's best shot. And then we've been doing a good job of handling that, just trying to, just like I said, just trying to build habits, offensively and defensively, sharing the basketball, making the right play. And I think our team has been doing that. And we talked about the process, and guys are getting better. They're learning what we're trying to do. And, we're going to still get better with time.
Thanks, Miriam. We'll go over to Charlie Widows.
Hey, Ty, a little bit of a random one here, but can you tell me about your history with Larry Drew and what he's meant to you over the course of your career?
Actually, he meant a lot. I grew up in Mexico, Missouri, and he went to the University of Missouri, so I watched him as a kid. And then, growing up in Kansas City, I went to a couple of his basketball camps when I was a kid. He don't remember me, but that's okay from that. But when I got drafted by the Lakers, he was an assistant coach, and he taught me the game, and I watched film with him, and he taught me the pick and roll and all the passes and how to make a play out of the pick and roll. So then when I left the Lakers, I went to Washington, and he kind of lured me to Washington when Doug Collins was the head coach. He was an assistant, so I played for him in Washington. And then I went to the Hawks and played with him with Atlanta with Woody for 4 years. And then he came to Cleveland with me when I was in Cleveland with the Cavs coaching. And now this is our 5th stop together. So he's been a lot to me just as a mentor, just as someone who can, see the game, who's been a head coach before in the past, who's done a great job. But also he was a great point guard when he played. So he's been a lot to me. I bounced a lot of stuff off of him. And I need him in my corner at all times.
Do you remember the time? He says he met you when you were at the Combine. Do you remember that?
Yeah, he tries to bring it up, but I don't remember it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Charlie. We'll go over to Tomer.
Hey, Ty, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I don't know if you're aware, but you guys are shooting, through the first month, 44% from 3. That would be the best in NBA history. I'm curious, what has been the key to that in terms of getting the looks, and what's the key to making that sustainable throughout the year?
I think just sharing the basketball and playing the right way. I think, when we're getting open shots, we're a great shooting team. So, I think 8 or 9 guys shooting over 38%. And we're getting into the paint, attacking the basket. Then we're able to kick out and spray out for threes. And we're doing a good job of moving the basketball to do that. So, I think it is sustainable if we're playing the game the right way.
Thank you.
And we got time for one more. We'll go to Law.
Hey, Ty, congrats on the win tonight. I wanted to go back to something that we talked about earlier as far as having Paul George, Kawhi Leonard be primary playmakers on this particular team, and you being a former point guard in the league. What was that conversation like with Paul, with Kawhi, especially with Paul coming? He had a career high assist tonight with 12. What was that conversation like with those two players to basically say, all right, you guys have the skill set. We're not going to emphasize having a traditional point guard. We're going to have you guys do that work as playmakers.
They enjoyed it. They liked it when we first talked about it. And then, just those guys getting used to making all the right plays and the right passes. And I think they're getting better and better, every single game, just making the reads. And like you said, being that point guard, in that first unit and second unit when PG comes back in. So they've been great with it. We talked about it from day one. And, with that being said, we're going to put the ball in their hands. And they got to make the right play, whether it's scoring the basketball or making their teammates better. And they've been doing a good job of doing both.
Thank you, Ty.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Coach. Have a great night.